Okay, let's start by having the panel introduce themselves.
So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ricardo. I'm from Brazil, and I am in a kind of academic program. My government is sponsoring me here, so I came here to US and took the IP course last year. I guess it was about 2 months, right? So yeah, now I'm taking my second semester at I am an industrial engineering major, and I completed the levels five reading and writing.
Good afternoon, my name is Nathan. So I'm from Brazil as well. Basically, exactly the same things that you just said. I took IP for 2 months as well, and my major is computer science.
My name is Hideo. I'm from Brazil too. Sounds weird, but yeah, I'm from Brazil. My major is industrial engineering as Ricardo. Actually, we are in the exchange program in the United States, so we are taking our second semester, but we are like almost senior in our major in Brazil. So we took IP in the last summer. It was pretty cool, by the way. Yeah, I did the same class as Ricardo, level 5 for oral and reading and writing, and the ST.
Hey guys, my name is Çağatay. I'm from Turkey. My major is business management and I am a senior. I was in the IEP in 2012 August and I did level 5, but I started as level 4 and just like went to level 5 in the exam that they gave you in the first week or something. So I'm gonna finish the level 5, or I actually finished level 4 and 5.
Hi, my name is Lina Maglat. I'm from Venezuela. I was here in 2012 as well, but I started from level 3. Then I did level 4 and 5. I'm a junior in right now. I'm majoring in biochemistry on the pre-med track.
Hello everyone, my name is Asel Shaymagdenova. I am from Kazakhstan. I'm doing my master's degree in public administration, and I graduated from the IEP in spring 2015, last year. I got scholarship from the government of my country, and they provided all of the expenditures for the learning English, and also at the graduate school. I took almost 5 semesters in the IEP. So level 4, 5, and I started from the level 2.
When you come here, you think that the language is the only barrier, but I just don't agree. I think that there's more to that. It's just the system. It's completely different from our countries. And I think the IEP was kind of like a bridge to the university where they kind of like introduce you to the American system, like how the university works. And so when you first come, like when you sit in a classroom, everything is not that new. Like you kind of have an idea of like how to do things. So yeah, I think it was definitely helpful.
I think it's not just about learning English, but the IP helped me like make me feel comfortable speaking English. So even though I already knew a lot of words in English, I was not that comfortable speaking the language. So the IP helped me with that.
I can add that it's absolutely very helpful, because the skills that you are taking here, that you are learning here, it will definitely help you to read, because the reading is the first skill that you have to obtain, because you will read a lot of articles, books, and you have to finish your assignments on time, and it will depend on your comprehension. If you read and you can understand, you can finish your assignment, you can do your summary about the book that you read. So be careful and do everything that your teacher asks you to do here, because it will be helpful for you.
I wish you could have more time here to improve better my English. I still have to improve a lot. So I think time is one thing that I would mention as something that I wish I could have had more.
I think we could have a little bit more of presentation, so we could practice more like on how to talk in public. We did have some of that, but I think we could have a little bit more. So
Yeah,
I
it's
think it
kind
would be
of,
helpful.
yeah, it's a challenge. I kind of like to present things in public, but in Portuguese, because in English it's a little bit different, because even more now at you go to classes and you see a lot of Americans presenting like rocking presentations, and you're like not really comfortable to go there and But yeah, if you can, I would suggest, I would like give you as a hint to like don't be embarrassed or shame or shy, and try to take more advantage of the IP time. Like that would be the most important thing for you to like do here. I think the quality of the time that you spend here, I think is like maybe half-half, because the IP really supports all the students, but I think you have to do your part as well. Like ask, don't be shy. Everybody's here learning the language. So if you have to make a mistake, just go ahead and do it. That's the best way to learn.
I would say that IEP, they provided all of the information that you need. And anything, if you didn't learn, it's up to you. And now I kind of regret that I was lazy. And so my suggestion for you, don't be lazy and spend your time wisely. Try to read, learn, and use all of your time to improve English.
I can second that.
The IEP, they provide only ground knowledge for you, like TOEFL and GRE that you have to take if you go to graduate school, or TOEFL and another exam that you have to do to undergraduate school. They're different and they have to prepare by your own. And so you have to try to learn English at the same time you have to try to prepare for you for that exam. You are here like in the kindergarten. You don't expect how hard it will be in your real graduate or undergraduate life. So don't think that it will be the same easy like you are here. It will be very
Yeah, it's gonna be not as easy, but it's also not gonna be that hard. What you should actually focus on is to actually make friends when you go to university. Because you can learn a lot of things, because if you have a lot of time, like a lot of free time, you can learn a lot of things, but if you don't have any fun, you don't want to learn a lot of things. You have to adjust, you have to equalize it. You have to meet people, because American people, it's really easy to really meet. And if you want to live the American kind of university life, you need to know some Americans. For example, what I did was, as soon as I left here, like in the orientation, I just met a lot of American people. It's because they can kind of open doors for you, at least the doors that, if you want to live the American university life. But you also, you have to keep your friends from here so they can introduce you to their friends, and you introduce them to your friends. You have to keep it adjusted, keep it equalized. Studying.
Yeah, the amount of work is like, it's insane.
It's not that much.
It is
I mean,
insane.
I think it kind of depends like what major are you applying, what class are you taking, but yeah, the amount of work can be huge. In my case, it is huge.
You have to keep it organized. You
Yeah.
have to make a plan about it.
Because you gotta stud, but how he said, you gotta have fun, you gotta get a life.
Don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Try to do things as soon as you can. To keep things organized so you won't have trouble.
The hardest thing for me was not only to prioritize things and get organized, but also to find my study methods. Like how I'm going to study for this class, or how I'm going to study for this class, how amount of time should I give to this class or to this subject, or you know. So I think that at first is going to be hard for you, but what he said, like about getting finding American friends, is going to be key for you because you want to see what they're doing because they know the system. So you want to see what they're doing and you want to try it. If it doesn't work for you, well, you know that doesn't work for you, and then you need to find another methodology for you to study.
For example, on your level 5, you are writing your research paper for 5 or 6 pages. In graduate school, it will be 30 pages, your research paper. In order to write it, you have to read a lot of books and articles. And that article is not you are reading here, not it's like 3-5 pages. It's 20 and more pages that you have to read. So, and the first problem is the comprehension again. So you have to read, you have to improve your vocabulary in order to read and comprehend all of the information that you are reading.
From the movies, you know, it was always interesting. Also at the time it was I think it was the best or something.
Yeah.
So that took my attention to mostly the movies and
In my case, sorry, my case was because of the diversity. It's just so many people from all over the world, so I thought I would be well received.
Well, I had a friend here that was in the same program, so it was kind of easy to talk to him and learn something about Miami. And I got interested. I looked over the UN website and just took UN as one of my options. We had 3 options in our program, and Miami UN was my second option. So the guys of the program choose UN and pretty happy now.
I had a lot of options among the world ranking universities all over the world, but I chose Miami only because of the weather. And I came from the cold country, and Miami was the best for me. After the graduation, the English program, you have to also have an option to choose any university that you have to go to pursue your master's degree. And again, I stayed here because of the weather, and again, it's because of if you graduate from the IP, you don't have to take trouble.
no cheating surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, I would say
It's
that
understandable.
policy is very serious here, and also when you're turning like papers in the system, they yeah, the plagiarism thing is something that is really serious. So the copy and paste doesn't work.
Yeah.
Don't even try to do that because yeah, it doesn't work.
Actually, I am a very responsible person, and I try in IAP do my assignments on time. But if you like procrastination, it is a surprise for you because you can't say for your professor that you are tired or you didn't have time. So it doesn't work with graduate school. So you have to be on time. Well, I don't like. I mean, I like it, but it's so interruptive. A lot of events around the university, and when you are at the library and you hear the sounds from the back, like outside of the library, where students and the event they're playing or doing something entertainment, so you are jealous because you have silence.
Go to a law library. Just pretend you're a law student and get in there.
It's quiet there.
Yeah. I don't like the food court.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah.
Well, I work hard. You can't procrastinate for sure. You have homework like if you take some language class, you have homework every single day and a lot of them. No one is there.
If I were to compare it to Turkey though, it's much easier. It's I don't know, it feels a lot, it seems really easy to me considering how much work I do. But it depends, I guess. Rate my professor back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The professors are really important when you're choosing a class, because it could be, for example, when it was my first year, I took classes, without really knowing, and I have to take classes that I didn't really want to, because in the beginning you get to choose late. So if you're like a senior, you get to choose earlier than before. So I have to take these classes where I actually didn't really, understand because of, I don't know, the professor's accent, or the professors usually maybe just like give you a lot of work, like stuff like this, If you check it, rate my professor, it tells you, if the professor, well, it's kind of an easy way to figure out if the professor is easy or not. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing in life, that you're choosing the class. But other than that, choose something that interests you. Other than your like electives, choose something that is interesting to you.
Another thing, you can in the first week you can go to the class and you can drop it after this week. So go to the class and then read their syllabus, so you can see what assignment you have, how many tests you have. So it's really important that you read before you drop or you do something.
Some of them will receive you in a different way than other ones, but this is just like normal. Everybody's the same, so it's fine. But feel free to talk to them.
You should talk to the department or something and complain.
Yeah, it's his opinion,
Yeah.
and it's just not right to say something like that.
Yeah.
So.
And if you know it's not true, then you shouldn't worry about that. Like it's his opinion against yours. Like if you think it's a great country, then don't even bother. If you want to hey, I don't think my country, and I think it's a great country because of this, and that. Don't just go aggressively and hey, I think you made this comment, and I think that you were wrong about it. Don't go like that, because you're just gonna push him away. If you want to convince him that your country is amazing, you should just come in a good way. Hey, you know what? I live there, and it's great because of this, and this.
Yeah, in the business class that we took, the professor was talking about Brazil, but it was true. You know what I mean? That was the other side. It was true. It was not saying something wrong. But yeah, I could have felt offended by that. I didn't, but yeah, the way he said was not really aggressive. It was just explaining the situation. So yeah, you don't have a problem with that. But I don't know, I think you should do what they said, try to ignore sometimes those are things that you face in life. People are saying whatever they want to say, and it's a great opportunity for you to practice this too,
Keep in mind they're also people, so they have their own opinions, the way they see things. Nothing you can do about it, but if they're rude about it, then yeah, you should talk to them. But if they're just talking, don't worry about it.
Don't cram. Just if you have an exam, instead of studying 2 days before, try to do it a week. It depends on the subject or the amount of material or the difficulty level. But don't cram. Don't be the night before just trying to learn and memorize everything. Try to break it down and give yourself at least a day or two to go over it again and revise it and stuff. That would be my advice.
I had some problems with presentations and group work. That's the thing that I was just waiting for somebody to ask about group work with Americans specifically. So yeah, my advice that I would give to you is try to do the things as soon as you can, and try to get their numbers, or make a relationship with them, because I had trouble last semester with, I was the only non-American in the group, and they really procrastinate until the last day and we had to make a presentation that we were supposed to work on that during the whole semester, and we had to do that in 2 days. So you can imagine the result of that.
I don't know how these guys can do. I spent like 6
undergraduate and graduate.
Six, maybe 6, so sometimes 8, sometimes without sleeping. So it depends.
6 hours per day?
6 is a minimum.
I don't know, I've heard that in grad you can't have the C, right? You can just have A's and E's.
Actually, you can, but I'm here to get on the A, so that's why
I like this question about how to improve your English and what would you do to do that. One thing that we did here, the 3 of us, we made a kind of agreement and we wouldn't speak in Portuguese. You're doing business today, right?
8.
So, yeah. And one thing that I think most the people do is like speak with friends from the same country in their native language. And this is really bad, guys. Like, don't waste your time doing this here. You are taking a so cool course here. You have this great opportunity. So, like, try to take advantage of your time and improve the language, practicing the language that you don't know. I don't have to practice Portuguese. I'm here to learn English. So the more you can do that, the better for you, you know. So yeah, we have Brazilian friends, and now you kind of can tell the difference after 8 months trying to speak in English all the time between us, our English, and their English. It's kind of, the gap is huge.
I just wanted to add that don't freak out. For those who are getting into the university, don't freak out. It's gonna be hard at the beginning, but like everything at the beginning is hard. When we start walking, it's hard, you know. So, but it's totally doable, and get as much help as you can.